Hi everyone, I'm Fox 19 Now, First Alert Meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update on this Tuesday. It's another First Alert weather day. If you haven't heard, we've had them for the last several days here, and again, today is no exception. Heat index values near or above 100 degrees, so I hope everyone stays cool and hydrated today. It's going to be the last hot day for a little while here, so I know a lot of people are excited about that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, obviously leave them in the comment section there, and we'll get to anything that you guys might need for tracking out the rest of your day or the next couple of days, whatever thing you guys might need. So hope everyone's enjoying their Tuesday so far. We do have relief on the way here, but let's go ahead and talk about what it's looking like out there right now. Here is what it feels like. We got new graphics yesterday. They look amazing. We've been working on these ones for a while, so I hope everyone is really liking them here. This is our temperatures and our heat index values. You can see if we use Cincinnati for an example, it's 88 degrees outside currently, but it feels more like 94. So this is what we're going to deal with across the entire tri-state here. VV looking at 88 over 96, so almost nearing the triple digits there. Hillsborough 86 over 92, a little cooler in Wilmington there, 84 over 87, but a lot of us seeing those low to mid 90s for our heat index values right now. So it's already cranking up the heat. It is only noon, and you can see 88 degrees, so really hot and humid start to our day out there. If you have plans for the rest of the day, I do have an ice cream forecast for you here. Today's special is 92 degrees, sunny and hot out there. We do have a few clouds that will stream in with some storm chances into the afternoon and evening, but we'll get to that because you got to eat this ice cream pretty quickly here before it melts. But we do have some headlines for everyone. So let's take a second and go through these. It's going to be another hot day today. We just went over that. We're going to have feels like temperatures nearing those triple digits, some places even seeing them. And then we have some storms possible into the afternoon and evening hours. So that's what it's looking like over the next several days here. I wanted to show you guys a temperature trend though, because I have been hinting at the fact that we are going to see some cooler temperatures on the way today. Really hot, 92 degrees, you saw that. But here for our 10-day temperatures, you can see Wednesday, we have a cold front that's gonna pass through in the morning. 85 degrees will be our high. We're gonna stay pretty seasonable Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we have a stronger cold front that will pass through. And look at that temperature on Monday, 78 degrees. That is gonna feel a whole lot better leading into next week. We're gonna be in the low 80s. It's gonna feel a whole lot better. So if we can make it to tomorrow, tomorrow is going to be cooler. Heat index values will drop significantly. But then again on Sunday, this is when we'll really start to feel that change. It's another one of those false fall moments, but I know a lot of people are ready for this cool down here. We've been teasing at it for a couple of days here, so we just wanted to go ahead and show you on this 10-day tracker. But for today, we do have a marginal severe weather risk out there, and that again is just because of those showers and storm chances we have. Everyone in this darker green color is highlighted in that, and that includes most of Ohio and parts of Kentucky as well as Indiana there. So this is what it's looking like for that. So we can go ahead and jump right in to a future cast so everybody can know what to expect for the rest of their day today. So right now, this is what we're looking at. You saw, let's backtrack a little bit. You saw mostly clear skies, no clouds out there. Winds still come. These are these little streamlines here. I'm not sure how well you can really see those lines. Oh, I think you can see them pretty well. So you can still see these streamlines coming in from the southwest here. Again, bringing in lots of moisture. That's a key point that we need to keep in mind in the next couple of loops here. So this is at noon, staying clear. We won't really start to see rain until about 3 p.m. Then we'll have a couple spotty showers move in. You can see a couple of these heavier in nature. This does have a cold front right behind it. It won't pass until tomorrow, but it does have a cold front in there. So one of our main concerns with this is going to be gusty winds, as well as some of those heavier rain pockets. You can see those here, just a few of those isolated heavier pockets of rain. Again, this is 5 p.m. as we continue through the night. This is Tuesday Tuesday, 7 p.m., that's today. You can see the winds are sort of all over the place now. This is pretty typical ahead of this front here, but you can see a few heavier pockets here and there. A lot of people staying dry, but very scattered in nature. Fast forward, now we can see that cold front is going to stay here for the next couple of scans, but you can see a few more lingering showers out there, again with those winds. Kind of crazy in front of the front, but that is going to change here in a second. So 9 p.m. tonight. Then you can see a few more developing. You saw those move through our more southern counties there with those heavier pockets of some storms. This is into 1 a.m. tonight. Let's go ahead and move a little bit forward as that front is passing through the area. 4 a.m. Wednesday early morning, this cold front will continue to push all of those storms out of the area, and look at what it's leaving behind. We saw those crazy winds in front of the front, a lot of those southerly winds bringing in a lot of moisture and humidity, but look, after the front we have northerly winds coming in, and this is what's going to help cool us down. So this is an exciting moment for us. We're going to be feeling a lot better. We can go to the next scan. You can see it even more clearly. That cold front will continue to push through. We're left with some clouds, but that northerly wind is what we're left with, that's bringing in a lot drier air and a lot cooler air along with it. So that's going to continue to push through. We'll see a couple of those spotty shower chances into Wednesday, but overall, we won't really see anything else until the afternoon hours on Wednesday. So that's what it's looking like. And like I said, it's going to be a whole lot drier. So let's look at the dew point trend over the last week here. Let's not look at the second half of this yet, so we can really pay attention to what we had this past week. So we were really in that humid to very humid category for most of the week. But if we flip to the other side here for our forecasted dew points, you can see right where we are right now in that very humid category. That'll continue through Wednesday, that you can see this dramatic drop off. Wednesday we'll have that front pass through, we'll have a drop off, but we see this more of a dramatic one after that stronger cold front on Sunday. So we're really going to start to feel a whole lot better out there. So this is what we're expecting, and the Climate Prediction Center is in agreement with that. We're going to be below average for our temperatures past our 7-day. This is August 25th through 29th, so just that last week in August there, and you can see well below our normal. You can see that color there almost to the very end of that scale, which is looking good for us. That's just because, you know, you saw that 78 temperature mark, and we saw those lower temperatures in the low 80s there. That's unseasonable for us. We're typically in the mid 80s for this time of year. So that's just a little bit of a brief overview of what's going on out there. I'm gonna go through it one more time for everyone while we're still on here, because I know everyone kind of pops in and out. So today is a first alert weather day, just as another reminder for everyone. Heat index values near or above 100 degrees. That's what we're expecting for today. So let's go ahead and look at the heat index values right now. Again, this is temperatures over our heat index values. So you can see all of the black numbers here. Those are our temperatures. The red numbers, those are our heat index values. So 88 over 94. So our temperature is 88, but it feels like 94 out there. VV looking at 88 degrees, but feeling like 96. 92 feels like temperature in Hillsborough, but they're sitting at 86. Lebanon, one of our agricultural hotspots there, getting a lot of moisture added in from the agriculture there. 86 degrees currently, but feels like 97. So you can really see how that moisture can affect a certain area. So we're already ramping up. Again, it's only 12:09 and we're already feeling this hot outside, and that's just going to continue through those peak heating hours, which haven't even begun yet. Typically our peak heating is between 1 and 3 p.m. So we really haven't even gotten to that hottest point of the day yet. So I want to go ahead and do a future cast of these heat index values, and this went a little too far for my liking, so we're going to go back to where we saw all of those higher temperatures. 4 p.m. right after peak heating here. This is what it's looking like. VV seeing 103 degrees, 100 in Cincinnati, feeling like 101 in Harrison, Batavia 100 degrees, a lot of places in those upper 90s, some places in the middle 90s, but most places feeling upwards of those 90 degrees and closer to the 100-degree mark. So it's going to be a very hot and humid day, hotter than it was yesterday. This is just, sorry, there's a hair on me. So this is going to be a pretty hot and humid day out there. A little bit hotter than it was yesterday. I don't think we quite reached 100 degrees. We can go back and look at, I'll go ahead and find that right now. If you guys will give me just 1 second, because I think it would be pretty cool to see what our temperature change is right now. Again, I don't really know what it is, but if I can find it pretty quickly, then I can show you guys, you know, the difference between right now and yesterday, because I do feel like we are a little bit warmer than we were this time yesterday. Here it is. Let's just take a gander at it. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to show us, but I'm sure it'll be a little bit warmer than this time yesterday. If not, we're going to be warmer by the afternoon hours for sure. So this is taking its sweet time to load here. I hope everyone's having a good start to their Tuesday. Yep, that's exactly what I thought was going to show here. Just wanted to make sure we are well above where we were yesterday. So this time, 24 hours ago, is what we're looking at right now. We are 4 degrees warmer at Cincinnati, at the airport, at Vivi. Lebanon, 7 degrees warmer, 9 degrees warmer in Hillsborough and Wilmington there. Connorsville, 5 degrees warmer. Batesville, 7 degrees warmer. So we're seeing pretty high temperatures out there for this time of day. So this is what I wanted to depict here, show you guys that we are experiencing warmer temperatures today than we were yesterday. I know yesterday was also a first alert weather day, but today is going to be a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. So let's go ahead and go through the weather headlines for the day. Another hot and humid day out there. We have some activity in the tropics we're going to go over for a second, and then we do have a cool down expected ahead that I'm going to show you. So we already showed you the hot and humid day, so let's just dive right into what's going on in the tropics right now. This is Hurricane Erin. The advisory for this was at 11 a.m. You can see here, this is becoming very disorganized in nature. That's why this hurricane is now in a category 2. It was rapidly intensifying, but now it is starting to weaken out there in the Atlantic. So it's moving very slowly. Those wind speeds are at 105. So it has significantly decreased in strength here. And we can look at our tracking the tropics right now. Like I said, category 2 hurricane for the moment, but as it makes this curve towards the east here, we will by Saturday be category 1. Sunday it will be back into a low pressure system. I do believe that this will weaken a lot faster than they're saying on this cone. It is entering cooler waters. There also is a lot of rip currents advisories out there for North Carolina. I know there was an evacuation in order. Very high waves as well. So just take proper precautions if you're heading out to the East Coast anytime soon for any last minute vacations. But like I said, there are some advisories out there, but let's go ahead and move back to where we are in the States here. We do have a marginal severe weather risk for today, and that's everybody in this darker green color here. A lot of people are highlighted in that low risk, which isn't really part of the category. That's just a thunderstorm risk, but we are in a marginal risk for severe weather. That includes wind gusts, heavier downpours along with it. So let's go ahead and track through what this rain is going to look like for everyone. You can see this is 4 p.m. today. Just a few spotty showers out there. Most people staying dry. Those clouds haven't gone into our area yet, which is looking pretty good. So we have a pretty sunny day so far. As we move into the afternoon hours, 7 p.m., you can see a more widespread band here with a couple of those pockets of some heavier thunderstorms included in that. A few heavier pockets here and there. As this continues to push, here's what the main thing I want you guys to see here. These are going to be pretty heavy downpours, and a couple of them could be severe, so we'll continue to watch out for that. But on another note, other than the rain, you can see here on the map the wind. That's all of these little streamlines coming into the area. A lot of these, when we started the map, let's go back so I can really show you guys what it's looking like. Here it is. Here's this wind. If we're just focusing on the wind from here on out on my weather timeline here, you can see winds coming out of the west-southwest here. So we're bringing in moisture from the south, bringing in heat, bringing in humidity to the area. Those are what the winds are doing there. But let's go ahead and go back to where we were. The winds kind of get scrambled up ahead of this front. You can see the front is pushing these storms forward. A couple of heavier isolated showers and storms. Definitely some heavy rain included. Thunder, lightning, flooding might be a possibility today just because of these heavier pockets here and there. This is at 8 p.m. Really strong wind gusts. You can see these winds getting stronger. I can't tell if you guys can tell, but maybe if I take this full screen, it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to see here. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit better, but you can see on the storms here where the winds are getting stronger because the colors are darker and more vibrant. So right here above me, you can see some of those stronger winds because they are colored. But if you look a little bit to, where's it at on here? Like this, these are white and moving very slow, but you see how strong these winds are? That's going to be one of our main concerns with today's storms. It's going to be those stronger storms and heavier downpours. So you can see those strong wind gusts moving through. You can especially see it through here. These are all going to be ahead of a cold front that's pushing through. It's a weaker cold front, but a cold front that's going to give us slight relief. So that's what we're looking like at 8 p.m. if we move a little bit forward, continuing to push some showers and storms through the area. A lot of the stronger storms may be out of the way by 9 p.m., but you can still see a couple heavier pockets here and there all along this line of storms. So that'll continue to push on in. We're continuing to see our cold front that hasn't passed through yet. It won't pass through until Wednesday morning. So 4, 5, 8 o'clock, this is when that cold front will pass through. So see, now that the cold front has passed, we can go back and look at our winds. We're clear of the storms. We're just focusing on what the wind is doing. You can see the wind is now coming out of the north. Northerly winds brings us cooler temperatures and drier air. So this is why we get some relief over the next couple of days. That cold front pushes through and then we'll start to see a pattern shift. We don't see that southerly wind bringing in the heat and humidity anymore. We see northerly winds bringing in dry and cooler air. So this is going to be great for us. We're going to be feeling a whole lot better out there over the next couple of days. So again, this moves through. This is Wednesday, 9 a.m. Northerly wind out there. You can see they're pretty strong in nature too. So we'll have pretty good wind out there, but they're coming in from the north. So that's just an important thing to remember when we're going through this. And then again, we have some showers and storms that move through the area. Very spotty in nature throughout Wednesday there, but again, northerly winds helping us out a whole lot. So let's go ahead and look at our 10-day temperature trend so that you can really see this in a different way. So tomorrow, 85 degrees will be our high. That's 7 degrees warmer than we're feeling today. So 7 degrees cooler than we're feeling today. So 85 degrees tomorrow. That cold front passes through in the morning. We'll see some showers out there, but then we're going to stay mostly seasonal for the next couple of days. Sunday, we see a stronger cold front come through, and look at that temperature as a result. 78 degrees on Monday for our high temperature. That is a pretty significant drop, people. It's going to be noticeable. You're definitely going to feel a whole lot better. We won't be feeling that humidity on our skin when we walk out. Our hair will stay curled. You know, everything that's great about these lower temperatures. So we'll have that false fall once again coming back into our area. You see, this looks like a big jump here, but 78, 81, 82, going to be feeling pretty seasonable once we get past this week. We do have that little bit of a break starting tomorrow, but the real break will come after Sunday. So that's what we're looking like for this. I just want to show you guys this dew point trend here for a second, and I don't want you to look at this side yet. Don't look at this side, because right here, this is what we've been experiencing this past week. Very humid category for the entire week. But if we flip the script here, look at our forecasted dew points, you can see tomorrow is going to still be pretty humid. That's, again, before that cold front passes, before that northerly wind shift. Once that happens, we're going to drop, and our dew points here, our mugginess will go down a pretty good jump. We're going to feel a whole lot better. But then really when that main stronger cold front passes by, that's when we're going to see this bigger difference here. Look at this drop. We're going to go from muggy to dry out there. So this is the beauty of a cold front passing through right now. This is really going to help us. I know we have to get through some showers and thunderstorms out there with that marginal risk of severe weather today. But we do have something to look forward to. We do have those dew points starting to tick down just a little bit, and it's going to feel a whole lot better out there. Trust me, by next week. We'll really start to feel that into Monday. So that's what we're looking like, and the Climate Prediction Center is again agreeing with this. This is August 25th through 29th. We're expected to be below our normal. You can see we're in this darker blue color here. That's right here, one tick away from being the lowest category of being below normal. Our normal is about 85 for this time of year. So being 78 degrees and being in those lower 80s, this is what we get. We get below average temperatures, and this is past the 7 day. So we're looking really dry and cool out there 6 to 10 days out. So I want to go ahead and show you guys the 7 day here. If anybody has any questions about the rain we might be seeing today, tomorrow, I'll double check when I'm done with the 7 day here, but we do have some afternoon storms today. 92 degrees will be our high. We'll have those heat index values nearing the triple digits for most places. Wednesday, you can see that pattern shift already, 85 degrees. We do have that scattered rain. We showed you that in the morning hours, following up after that front there. And then we'll be clear and comfortable for the next couple of days. We'll be right around our average, sunny skies, not a lot of rain chances out there. But then as we move into Sunday, again, scattered storm chances. Those will be ahead of the cold front. This one again stronger. Monday, we'll really start to see some of that relief come in. We might be back in the 80s by Tuesday, but it's only about 3 degrees difference, so that's not a whole lot of difference. We'll be cooler, we'll be drier. Look at our overnight low here. 60 degrees for our overnight low Sunday into Monday. So you'll be waking up Monday morning with temperatures in the 60s. So that's going to feel a whole lot drier out there, cooler. I know everybody's going to be looking forward to these more fall-like temperatures because we've just been so hot and humid over the last couple of weeks here, honestly. Like we had a little bit of a break here and there, but nothing like this extreme 4 or 5 days of feeling pretty good. I know we had that really beautiful weekend a couple weekends ago, but this is going to be a little bit different. So I wanted to show all of that. I don't see any questions or comments, concerns in the comment section there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up full screen so everybody can see the 10-day forecast. I hope everyone's enjoying our new graphics, enjoying their Tuesday, staying safe out there, making sure that you're staying hydrated, staying in the shade, or taking as frequent breaks as possible that you can. Just making sure you're staying safe out there for today, and then relief on the way. We do have some severe thunderstorms expected this afternoon and evening. As always, you can check back in with us here. We'll be tracking those out for you guys. As it gets a little bit closer, obviously we'll have a more pronounced understanding of what's going on. So definitely check back in with us, and we'll keep you updated throughout the day today. Hope everyone has a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll be on air at 3 p.m.